Welcome to day 8 of the renovation. It continues. Lots going on. Well, I say lots. Not too much today, but big purchases. Let's start with the lounge. So not too much change in the lounge. You saw in the last video that I cut all the insulation to go between the joists. Now we're just doing a few bits and bobs and tidying up, making sure everything's perfect under the floor, because while it's up, we might as well do everything. And what's come to light is to maybe change the routing of the gas. Gas is under the stairs. For some reason it comes out here, up there. It goes across, and it goes across out here, and then it comes back in, up and to the boiler. Now why they took that route, I do not know, when the quickest route is obviously from there straight to there. But that's what we're working with. So the builder suggested we call in the gas registered engineer and look at it all, because this floor will come up eventually and this floor will come up. So if we just plan for it, then at some point we can just say, okay, yeah, disconnect, straight run there, it's nice and new, and we know that it's all good and sorted. We don't know how long this has been here. It could have been 20, 30, 40 years, a long time. So while the floors are up, we may do that. Into the lounge. Again, not too much change in here because the work's been done upstairs. We'll go up there in a second. Some things to note: all the insulation was done, all the pipe insulation is done, radiator is going here, so pipes and pipes and pipes and all kinds. I'll show you outside quick because we've got a lot of wood. You can see all the wood for the floor just here. That's all the floorboards. It's piled about 1 metre high. That's the deck where the deck ends. So they're all ready to go back on. I need to kind of pile them up a bit neater so it looks like a junkyard. I was in a rush chucking stuff around. New stacks in. So that's all good down here. And all the prep work for the pipes comes from the boiler here, right? So you can see the new T's. So if I come over here, you see the new T's on top. So previously that pipework came down here, came under the floor, and it went up the chimney and then around upstairs. So that's the heating, right? Now we're routing it just straight up because that chimney breast is coming out. So we're going straight up and we'll tie into the pipes and reroute upstairs. So much better, and we don't have all this pipe work under here, this old copper pipe work, which, you know, we do like copper, but it was very old and showing some signs of wear. So yeah, that's where we're at. It's inside the chimney, that'll be coming out. Nice cavity in there. Anyway, so that's what we're doing with the pipe work, and that will make sense when we go upstairs in a second. But yeah, all new pipe work's gone in downstairs. We basically, if we go to, I don't know if I've shown you the other side of the house, but essentially in here is, this was an extension, this was a garage. So we've got, you can't really see, there's a toilet in there, or shower room in there, and there's we're calling it an office, and the same upstairs. We've got a bedroom here and a bathroom, and that's all new. That was done in 2010, so we can kind of live in there, so that doesn't need touching. That's why we're only doing this side of the house, the left side if you like, so the middle and the left side. New socket as well, waiting to be all wired in. But yeah, that's all good. So let's go upstairs, and there has been movement up here. The radiators are finally going on the wall. They are big. So let's have a look in the bathroom. You can see we're going to put a towel rail here. There's going to be a toilet there. That's where the existing toilet was, so we're going to keep it where it was. It works with our plans. Then we're either going to have a smallish sink, or, well, I say small, a decent sized sink just in this sort of corner, and then a shower along here. That's like more like a wet room shower with just one pane of glass here, so you can just walk in there. Or we're going to do a quadrant, which will be like it's kind of like a square and then a curve on this end. The reason we like quadrant is we can come out 990 centimeters, so it'd be really wide. Oh, trip over the drill. So it'll be really wide, and then we can curve it here to 1200, which on the door, we shut, that's 1200 on the door there. The reason why this matters is because the new door is going on the wall here. So we'll have the door there. It will be from about there to there. Now, if we want it to be there, then we're going to struggle to walk in here because it's right by the entrance of the door. Water will get out the door. So what we said is if we do that quadrant, the curve will be here, you know, and the door can be further over. Because in that room, the other side, we'll go in a sec, you want the door to be further this way and not too far this way. So that's where we're at with that. We're deciding. We don't need to decide yet. The builders have said. So, but yeah, all the pipe work is being run here. These are going to be chased into the wall tomorrow for the towel rail, which is going about here. I think there's one mount. There's the other mount. So that's how low it will be. It's 50 centimeters wide by 75 centimeters tall. So again, good place to put the old towels. So if we come out and into what we're calling, what will be the primary bedroom, mainly because it's a good view out the window, and that will be where the door is going to be, right? That's the door into that bathroom is going to be cut in there. Now the door starts, if you can see it on the wall, I don't know if you can see there. So from there across 70 will be the door. So we don't want the door too far over because it's going to start to get really close over here. Hence why we want the door about where it is and why we might get the quadrant shower. So we'll see, still to be decided. We can see pipework is going in. So some floorboards up. New radiator is in. These radiators are really nice. We opted for all just like standard. You get type 21 or type 22. This is type 21, so it's a single vector if you like. And I'll show you a type 22 in a minute. So this is a 1.2 meter by 60 centimeter type 21 radiator. We've gone for chrome on all the thermostatic valves, and we also bought this comb covering from the pipes, which a builder recommended. That was around £15 for a 2 meter length, but it does make quite a big difference. I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, happy with how that's turned out. That's one. So the old pipes, like I said, they were run there. You can see the holes. So that used to be where the heating come up, as I said earlier in the video, and around upstairs. And now it's going to come here and we'll tie straight in. So we have this massive run completely removed, basically. We had an old water tank pipe there as well that was gravity feeding that bathroom there I just showed you, and the other one the other side of it. So that's now removed as well, so we can just feed straight up from that corner. So neaten everything up, and then we don't have loads of pipes on the wall like there were before against this bit of wood. So that is the sort of pipe work, the crux of the pipe work, and that continues round here. If we come into what we're calling secondary bedroom, we have our type 22 radiator. So you can see the difference in thickness. This one basically has double the amount of fins as that one in there. So this is a 1.2 meter by 60 centimeter type 22 radiator, and this room is relatively large. So yeah, that's why we went for the type 22 up here. It's obviously going to be fully insulated above, about 30 centimeters, and with the floors are insulated down below, we're creating like a solid box. But we do have a big window. Now we were thinking to put a radiator here. Normally radiators are by the windows, aren't they? Because condensation and I don't know, they just always are. I'm sure there's a very good reason. But to rerun all the pipes was a bit of a pain because the joists run this way, and the reality is it would have gone there if anywhere, because we like these type 22 because they're so efficient and pump out so much heat. Again, I've spoken about bay window radiators and people tend to like them, but I mean they cost a small fortune. So this is where we're at. So my job tonight is to tidy up. So I kind of help. We help, me and my wife, the builder, if you like. We let him, leave all this stuff. Don't worry about it. We'll come tidy everything up. We'll clean up, make everything neat, put the tools all together, just to save him time and us money as well. Hence us doing the insulation and other stuff. But yeah, really happy with that one. So there we go. And then we've got the final one here, which is going to be the office, if you like. So this is a type 21, and this is 90 by 600. So you can see pipe work in there, all new push fit pipe work. So there we go on that one, looking good as well. Now, costs. Today we bought the steel beams. Now we need 2 steel beams. This is actually beam 2. So we're taking this chimney out. So obviously we're going to take the chimney out here, and all this brickwork here and down below is going to go. So we need now, the regulations say you have to run a beam from this internal wall to the external wall there. That is 4.2 meters, that is. It's a big old run. So this beam is going to be craned in. So the company that make the steels down here in sort of southeast London, southeast of England, they basically have been good so far. We'll see how it all turns out before I start shouting their name. But they have done this steel and the steel downstairs, which we'll go to, for £588. And delivery by default with them, they have cranes, so they can crane them straight in wherever you need them. So that steel will be going in hopefully next week. Steels will arrive on Tuesday. And let me show you the other steel. The steel, that 588, also included all the bearing plates. It included a 12mm plate that goes between the beam upstairs and the chimney. So you obviously put the beam in, and then you put a plate over the beam that the chimney then sits on. Then we've also got this beam, which will be, I believe this one was 2.8 meters in the end. And that is going across here. So this beam is much smaller, to be honest. I can't remember the exact dimensions, but the bearing plates as well. So yeah, 588 for the beams, all made to measure, all protected against water. So that's where we're at there. We also bought the first skip, believe it or not. We've been through all this, but up until this point, we haven't had a disastrous amount of stuff. So I've just been loading it into bags like this, you know, and then I'll run to the skip. The skip opens at 7:30, and, you know, chuck 10 of them in the car a few times a week, and that's been enough. So we've saved money there. But a new skip is coming, or the first skip is coming, and that will be an 8-yard skip, and that is going to be around £275, I believe. So that's all ordered and will be paid for tomorrow. And the reason that's happening is because the beams are coming next Tuesday. It's currently Monday, so we've got essentially 5 more working days to prepare all this with the acros and everything, and prepare the loft. And I have a feeling we're going to start getting a lot of rubble and a lot of dirt very soon. So that is where we're at. That is day 8. And that brings a grand total spending, including labour. Does that include labour, babe?
Yeah.
Yeah, to 4,500 roughly. I mean, again, I think I said in previous videos, we front loaded a lot of the costs. You know, we bought all the pipe work on the front day for the whole house. That was what, £300-400. So there's stuff we've bought already that's going to last us for the next few weeks while the work's still going on. Costs do add up. Like, you know, we've got a good spreadsheet, and we spoke to the builder, and we've gone through it all. But it is hard to. There's unforeseens and things you might want to do. For example, like chasing cable. Do you want hidden pipes? You know, like for example here, we don't mind upstairs. We just happy to have the pipes go into the floor, but downstairs the pipes go into the wall, so we chased out the wall. So, you know, an extra half an hour per radiator adds up time, so that's labour time, and the valves are more expensive. But these are costs, you know, you don't have to do, and we've got a pretty good budget now, so we can kind of say in the moment, yes, do that, or no, don't. But yeah, that's where we're at. Day 8, lots going on. I hope that's enough info for you guys. Give me a shout if you've got any questions or any comments. Let me know, and I'll do my best to answer. But yeah, everything is moving pretty damn quickly.